One of the most hyped up games coming to Roblox later this year. Obviously, you already know what it is. Rell Seas, the new One Piece inspired game coming by the Rell Brothers. I'm not gonna lie, if y'all don't know them, I don't know how, because they got big ass Shindo Life, and of course the one game that I want you to forget, plus Ultra 2, where they that game died so damn fast. And this is honestly why I'm worried about their One Piece game, because they also had another One Piece game back in the past, and that kind of flopped too. But it was 2 years in the past, so I guess I'll cut them some slack. People can change. I mainly just want to go over my concerns for Rell Seas and why I think the combat actually might be terrible. Like, I don't even know if this game is going to be able to succeed, because as you've seen before in like Shindo Life and stuff, their models and meshes are kind of really buggy to fight against. Either the hitboxes are enormous and you can hit them like where it's not even a like part of the body, or you have to like glitch into the actual like model to hit them, because we see this a lot with the tail beast. And as you see here, tons of transformations in the game that could be affected by this hitbox issue. And if the combat isn't smooth, not a lot of people are going to be playing it, because this is mainly a combat oriented game. If the transformations aren't like the main focus of the combat, then it will be good. Like if they have good hitboxes and it's not like you're always going to be transformed fighting people, it's just like a little like 20-second thing that's going to take out of the fight, that'll be good. I'm fine with that, because you obviously want to do some big damage with your ult. Like ABA, you're not transforming the entire game, kind of build up to that transformation and then you just bust all over your opponent with it. Well, one thing I really do have a problem with, all the cutscenes. There's a lot of cutscenes in this game when you're fighting. So I'm pretty sure they said every single weapon has a cutscene with it. And of course, every fruit has some cutscene moves with it. So you don't know what I'm talking about, here's a little display of what I'm talking about, like an example of the cutscenes. An example game I can use is YBA. They have your finishers where it puts them in a like you can't do anything in the cutscene if you land the initial move. So if you land like the dash towards them, it's gonna put you in a unstoppable cutscene. And the reason this is kind of bad for combat is because it really disrupts the flow. Like even after the cutscene, if they're not dead, you still gotta like regain the momentum, replace yourself and all that shit. And if you're in like team fights or even like a 2v1, you land the cutscene on somebody, the other person there just has to watch. They're like, damn, this is so nice watching my teammate get his ass whooped. And it wouldn't be a problem if it was just finishers like in YBA, but in this game, there is literally cutscenes for every single weapon and fruit, dude. You know how many? I could land like 4 cutscenes on you in a single fight. And along with the combat, it kind of looks a little janky. It looks like there's gonna be a lot of end lag and stunning on moves and a lot of knockback in general. Obviously, there's a way to like get away from your opponent, so you can like vent in Deepwoken, or kind of just do an energy burst and it pushes them away from you so you can attack. But even right here, you can see them just doing, it's so many cutscenes that you can't do anything about. It's unstoppable cutscenes, which really I don't think is going to blend well with the combat, because if there's already a lot of end lag with the weapons and even fists in general and stuns matched with cutscenes, it's just not going to make the gameplay fluid. Like you saw the little laser dagger combo that I put up on the screen earlier, that just doesn't really look fluid. Like it's going to be able to continue with the rest of the gameplay. Besides that, let's just go into exploration and loot. So the exploration is going to be a heavily exploration based game, and if you do not know, there's not gonna be any like level progression through bandit beaters, so it can't be a bandit beater. It's gonna have a custom progression. I'm gonna just say this now, custom progression and no bandit beater does not mean the game's gonna be good. I'm gonna just keep it a buck. Just because you don't have to beat bandits, it could be a quest like give and go type of game where you have to like go to point A to point B, deliver boxes and run shit like that. It can still be like that, and if you're clearing dungeons, that's gonna be more fun than a bandit beater, but it's technically still a little bit of a bandit beater if you know what I'm saying. But I hope they do the dungeon route and just you clear a bunch of islands, not like go over here and beat 10 bandits, but like you fight these bosses and it gives you a large amount of XP, kind of like Elden Ring. So you progress up and fight bigger bosses, sea bosses, and that's how you're going to get your devil fruits too, through chests, dungeons, loot like that. It said it's not gonna be like easy way to get devil fruits. It's not gonna be like a merchant damn GP, or you can just buy it for some Robux. No, it's gonna be rare, and according to some insider sources, all the devil fruits are gonna be the same rarity. So it's not really, one's gonna be like 0.01%. They all should have the same rarity if my sources are correct. Do not quote me on this, but yeah, basically you have to get off your ass, go out there, adventure harder places for some better loot. It's gonna be like, if you get a devil fruit, it's gonna be like getting a crypt or curve than the Deepwoken chest. That's like the closest I can compare it to. And then I just want to go over the graphics and the models real quick. The graphics do look pretty good, and so do the models. I really hope they're able to blend it well with the base combat and the base game in general, so it's not like too crazy, because the animations for the models do look good. They do look sexy. It's just if they don't implement them well, it's not gonna be well, if you know what I'm saying. But yeah, that's about it for this video. If you have any other info on Rell Seas you want me to cover, go join my Discord, ping me about it. But yeah, besides that, like, sub. If this video does go, we're gonna be covering more Rell Seas stuff, because hey, this should be a pretty good game if they don't mess it up.